Mercy Specialty Hospital in Southeast Kansas is an innovative healing environment for surgery, specialty care, physical therapy, imaging, and wellness programs. With all private rooms and spa-like surroundings, they offer a patient-centered experience like no other. Next door is Mercy Clinic Orthopedics that focuses on eliminating the discomfort caused by injuries and disorders of the bones, spine, and joints. You'll be treated at their full-service facility with state-of-the-art equipment. Both are centrally located in Galena, Kansas, near downtown Joplin to serve the four states area. Learn more at mercy.net.
Roto-Rooter is proud to serve Southeast Kansas, offering sewer and drain cleaning, as well as septic and grease trap pumping 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. From toilet clogs to video inspections, sewer line repairs to complete replacements. To make an appointment, call 620-231-5630. That's 620-231-5630. Roto-Rooter, proud to support area high schools and student athletes. See the rad in names and numbers.
Welcome into Galena Sports Live. My name is Cooper Grand, alongside with my partner Cole Grand. And tonight we have the second CNC matchup for the Bulldogs, where they travel into Baxter Springs. First, we'll have the girls. They're going to be having a tip-off here in about 7.5 minutes, approximately 5:55 p.m. And Galena coming into this game 1-3 on the season, not the start they wanted to get off to, but have showed promise throughout it and have a chance to get a win tonight in their first in league play against a Baxter team that's so far to this point 0-3. They had a loss to Frontenac. They lost by 59 points. They've had a lot of trouble on the offensive side too, scoring the ball. Only haven't scored over 30 points in a game this year. I believe when I looked at it, they were averaging about 24.5. But on the other side, their defense is giving up a lot of points. They're giving up 63 points a game. And last year didn't have a lot of success, finished around 500. And back to the other side, Galena, to talk about them a little bit. Last game, played against Girard and definitely wasn't the best we've seen them play this year. Ended up taking a loss to them. And I believe they've had a couple days to be able to work on some things, but last game, Sarwinski and boys were still huge for them. They continued to field the offense and pass it around to other options, such as Arista Sturgis, Megan Fields, Emma Smith. Really, the problem is this team, they don't have a whole lot of depth on the bench, able to bring girls in. It's consistently 7 girls playing a game. And so they just get worn out. And also, this team's one of their biggest things to work on, I feel like, is the fouls. They've kind of been fouling a lot and getting in the double bonus, which is causing their opponent to go to the free throw line. Those are all things that are easy fixes, and it'll come as the season goes along more. But a bright spot last game, Marley Shoemaker able to put 6 points up, only being a freshman, could start to become more of a factor in this offense and defense, also active on the boards. So always good to see people that are that young making plays on the varsity level. And in this one, Galena has the chance to pick up their first win in league play. Be a great way to start heading into the break on a good note, and there'd be a positive vibe at practice if they're able to pull off a win here. So we're about 4 minutes and 30 seconds away from tip-off, so we're going to take a break, and we'll be back here with keys to the game and starting lineups and tip-off shortly after that. You're watching Bulldog basketball on Galena Sports Live.
Call's service is outstanding in their field, especially for those that are stuck, outstanding in their field. Call's carries a wide selection of farm, industrial, and heavy-duty tires, all from the best brands in the business. And they've got farm service trucks ready to go. Plus, Call's continues to be the place folks go for car and truck tires, repairs, oil changes, and so much more. If you're in the market for new tires in Southeast Kansas, make the right call to Call's Service, 620-724-4121. See more at callservicellc.com. The farmer's friend in the field is Crop Care. With their industry-leading crop scouting, Crop Care can catch diseases, bugs, and other yield-robbing issues before they affect your bottom line. Crop Care also offers grid soil sampling and plant sampling with lab-tested results, giving you an unmatched advantage. With coverage across the entire region, Crop Care has insight that can help you avoid problems before they start. Give Kurt or Josh Harris a call at 620-687-4795. Crop Care, the name says it all.
Family-owned and
The difference between
family-owned and operated, G & Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, G & Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. G & Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
The difference between gambling and having a gambling problem is worth knowing. Learn about the warning signs that you or someone you care about could be at risk. If you struggle with a gambling problem, or if you are impacted by a loved one struggling with a gambling problem, please get help. You can get confidential, no out-of-pocket cost assistance by calling the Kansas Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-522-4700 or at ksgamblinghelp.com. Know your limits. This message is brought to you by the Southeast Kansas Problem Gambling Task Force.
Welcome back to Galena Sports Live. Pre-game show is presented by Mercy Specialty Hospital, Southeast Kansas, and Mercy Clinic Orthopedics, providing an innovative healing environment for the 4 states. See all their state-of-the-art services at mercy.net. So now, about a minute and 15 until tip-off. So I'm going to get to some keys to the game and some players. Starting off, Mia Sarwinski having over 20 points a game this year, already being the school's leading scorer coming into this. Kind of expected her to be one of the leading scorers and take that role on, and she's done that to this point in the season. Also, another great guard that's been playing good to this point. Riley Boyd has been able to dribble the ball up the court and be a good facilitator, finding open options. Also, she had one game this year where she did a really good job getting to the free throw line. So for Galena, this game, I think they need to get the ball inside and draw some fouls. So we're going to do the national anthem here. So we're going to take you guys to a break. And then when we get back, we'll have starting lineups for you, and we'll finish off the keys to the game.
Do you have a construction project that just needs that custom touch? Are you looking for a contractor who can get it all done, roof to floors and everywhere in between? Then call Dustin Sneed at DS Construction. With more than 20 years of industry experience, DS Construction specializes in new construction, roofing, renovations, and more. There's no job too big or small. For a free estimate, call DS Construction at 620-724-0209. That's 620-724-0209.
The difference between gambling and having a gambling problem is worth knowing. Learn about the warning signs that you or someone you care about could be at risk. If you struggle with a gambling problem, or if you are impacted by a loved one struggling with a gambling problem, please get help. You can get confidential, no out-of-pocket cost assistance by calling the Kansas Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-522-4700 or at ksgamblinghelp.com. Know your limits. This message is brought to you by the Southeast Kansas Problem Gambling Task Force.
So welcome back, everyone. Sorry if my voice is a little bit raspy. Kind of lost it here. Got a little bit sick. So if you're wondering, that's why.
Number 2, Riley Boyd.
So getting another key for the Bulldogs. I think they need to slow the pace down and kind of control the game. Just playing their kind of basketball and not being forced to play the other team's basketball. So I feel like in that Girard game, Girard kind of just got ahead, and then Galena kind of felt they had to push the pace a little more, and that might have caused more turnovers.
Number 22, Mike Gass.
Another thing I had is for Galena just staying out of foul trouble. That's been a huge problem for them this year. Fouling their opponent early and having people in foul trouble, also fouling out. I believe the last 2 games, Galena has had somebody foul out, so it's important that they keep as many people in the games as possible since they don't have a tremendous amount of depth. So now for your starting lineups, starting for the Lady Lions, the sophomore, Chloe Turley, the sophomore, Sydney Charles, the freshman, Micah Adams, sophomore, Chesney Billings, and sophomore, Lily Conrad. And starting for your Bulldogs, the sophomore, Riley Boyes, junior, Arista Sturgis, senior, Mia Sarwinski, senior, Kenzie Holden, and junior, Emma Smith. So as we get set for this matchup, head coach for Baxter Springs, Anthony Roberts, head coach for your Galena Bulldogs, Zach Shockey. So to tip off for your Bulldogs, Riley Boyes for the Lions, Chesney Billings. Lions win the tip-off. Lions now driving inside and poked away, stolen. Mia Sarwinski will take it the other way, finds an outlet to Boyes, able to save it. And now we're or no, they're going to say she stepped out of bounds. Wing 3, no good. Rebound, Kenzie Holden had it. 3 came from Lily Conrad of the Lions. Now Boyes with a little bit of tempo to the other end. Sarwinski will get in near the paint and pull a 8-footer off short. Kenzie Holden able to save that in the corner. They'll set things up back up top. Now Boyes gets it to Sturgis in the corner. She loses her dribble. Now Sarwinski from the corner, and she buries it from about 12 feet away. Sarwinski gives the Bulldogs the early 2-0 lead. Now another 3 taken from about the same spot. Lily Conrad makes that one. Sarwinski catches at the free throw line and kicks out to the wing. Sturgis is 3 on the way and good. As Sturgis has been an improved 3-point shooter since the first 2 games. Last 3 games able to knock a couple threes down. Now Mike Adams almost loses it, but saved by Sydney Charles. Now they kick, and that shot's going to be taken. Chesney Billings shot off. No good. Mia Sarwinski with the rebound. And she gets inside and tries to get it to go a little too strong. Riley Boyes has the offensive rebound. Now jacks up a shot, and it's going to go the line for 2. Boys' first attempt is through. And boys, 2 of 2 from the line that time. Sydney Charles stepping out of bounds there and turning it over for the Lions. So now Sarwinski with a dangerous pass. But boys, and back over to Sarwinski on the right wing as she gets fouled on the 3-point attempt. So she'll have 3 shots from the line. Sarwinski's first attempt, good. Bulldogs starting off good from the line. Sarwinski's second attempt through. Able to get her 4th point of this game. As Sarwinski 3 of 3 that time from the line. Bulldogs starting off 5 of 5 from the free throw line. A little bit of pressure, but the Indians able to almost get it across. His pass was tipped by Sarwinski, and boys took it the other way. And they're going to call an offensive foul against boys. So that's going to be boys' first foul, and that'll be the first team foul for Galena of the half. Now Galena continuing to have a press, and now another tip pass as boys and Sarwinski hounding the front court of Baxter Springs. Now the referee's going to blow his whistle and call 10-second backcourt violation. So Galena forcing turnover from the press that time. And even last possession, we saw him turning up the pressure a little bit, but this pass is taken away, and Micah Adams gets it to go on the fast break for 2 to cut the lead or the deficit to 4. Now boys a pump fake and takes it from the elbow, and she drains it. Boys has her 4th point of the game. Lady Lions able to break the press that time, and now that pass is thrown a little bit inaccurate out the outstretched arms of Chesney Billings. So now 3 subs coming in for your Bulldogs. Number 34, Megan Fields. Number 12, Morgan Strong. And number 21, Marley Shoemaker. Now this pass gets poked away and stolen. Lily Conrad comes up with the steal. Lions get it to the corner. Now they'll pass it back up top as the 3's taken. Micah Adams, no good. And multiple Lions, but they try and save it, and Riley Boyce is there to steal it and go the other way. Her shot up and in. A tough finish by Boyce there to be able to finish that. No foul, and Sarwinski steals it and gets back-to-back buckets in under 10 seconds there for the Bulldogs. Off to a great start. So we're going to take a break. Your Bulldogs lead by 10 early in the first quarter of this one. You're watching Bulldog basketball on Galena Sports Live.
Mercy Specialty Hospital in Southeast Kansas is an innovative healing environment for surgery, specialty care, physical therapy, imaging, and wellness programs. With all private rooms and spa-like surroundings, they offer a patient-centered experience like no other. Next door is Mercy Clinic Orthopedics that focuses on eliminating the discomfort caused by injuries and disorders of the bones, spine, and joints. You'll be treated at their full-service facility with state-of-the-art equipment. Both are centrally located in Galena, Kansas, near downtown Joplin to serve the 4 states area. Learn more at mercy.net.
Welcome back to live action. Sorry there, I hit the wrong bumper, but Galena continuing to presses. Once they put this pressure on them, Baxter Springs has been able to get it across the half court. That's their third time now, and another turnover there. So Baxter having back-to-back turnovers now. Turn it over back to the Bulldogs. Now boys will dribble back and forth. Find Sarwinski from the wing. Her three on the way and good to extend the Bulldogs' lead to 13. And another forced turnover in the zone. Bulldogs doing a great job early to continue pressure and force another turnover. So we're going to have a timeout called by Baxter Springs. So we'll take a break and we'll be back shortly after.
Roto-Rooter is proud to serve Southeast Kansas, offering sewer and drain cleaning, as well as septic and grease trap pumping 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. From toilet clogs to video inspections, sewer line repairs to complete replacements. To make an appointment, call 620-231-5630. That's 620-231-5630. Roto-Rooter, proud to support area high schools and student athletes. See the rad in names and numbers.
So welcome back to live action from Baxter Springs. Bulldogs to inbound, no problem that time. Boys weaves her way inside and a nifty move, but shot just short. Offensive rebound by Morgan Strong. Mia Sarwinski gets it inside the post, but Megan Field's shot was no good. Now Baxter Springs passing it around. Galena deflecting multiple passes already and a couple on this possession. Now a deep three's taken by Lily Conrad. No good, but rebounded by Chesney Billings, and she's going to get whistled for a turnover there. Now boys had an open look there, but elects to try and drive it. Now Strong will take it and give it back to boys. Marley Shoemaker at the elbow and kicks it back to boys. A left wing three. No good. Rebound Lily Conrad for the Lady Lions. Now Lily Conrad takes another three from the left wing, and she banks it in to cut the deficit to 10. Now boys makes a move and gets inside, gives it off to Megan Fields. Her shot's off the left of the iron, and rebound Baxter. Micah Adams the other way. She goes up and gets the basket to go. Nice finish there from the Lions. Now boys has it in the corner, doesn't see anything she likes, puts it on the ground, kicks it back to Sarwinski in the corner. Her three, no good. Boys rebounds. Sarwinski from the top, no good. And that'll be Marley Shoemaker with the rebound. but we're going to have a jump ball, so it'll stick with Galena. Sarwinski gets it back in the corner. Now passes it over. Holden from just inside the three-point line. No good. Lily Conrad with the rebound. Now a shot on the way from Sydney Charles, and it's good. Or correction, Olivia Edmondson. Three from her is good. Sarwinski, a quick three. Too strong, and I didn't realize the shot clock was almost gone. So that'll do it for the first quarter here. High scoring first quarter, but Galena still leads by 5 at the end of one. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back here shortly. You're watching Bulldog basketball on Galena Sports Live.
Call service is outstanding in their field, especially for those that are stuck, outstanding in their field. Calls carries a wide selection of farm, industrial, and heavy-duty tires, all from the best brands in the business. And they've got farm service trucks ready to go. Plus, Calls continues to be the place folks go for car and truck tires, repairs, oil changes, and so much more. If you're in the market for new
Welcome back into Galena Sports Live. Second quarter action is presented by Mercy Specialty Hospital, Southeast Kansas, and Mercy Clinic Orthopedics, providing an innovative healing environment for the 4 states. See all their state-of-the-art services at mercy.net. So Galena able to get a defensive stand there as Sturgis came up with the rebound. Now Holden takes a free throw shot, and that'll be no good. There to rebound it for the Lions, Micah Adams. Now Micah Adams with a drive inside. Shot's no good. Now they get it back out top. Lily Conrad's three no good. And another offensive rebound for the Lady Lions. Jump shot taken from the corner by Chesney Billings is no good. Sydney Charles on the rebound and a steal by Sarwinski. Now she has speed the other way and gets fouled. So she'll go to the line and shoot 2. Sarwinski's first one off the left side of the iron. Sarwinski's second rolls around and goes down to give the Bulldogs their first points of the second quarter. Now a pass lofted, and referee's talking about whose ball. It's going to stick with Baxter Springs, but nearly another turnover forced by Galena. Now a poke away by Sarwinski. Boys picks it up, and Boys goes in and gets fouled. So she'll go to the line and shoot a pair of 2. Boys, first one no good. Boys' second one, no good off the back. And Sarwinski there to steal it. Now Sarwinski inside. And they're going to call it on the ground. So Bulldogs will inbound it from the baseline. Boys has it at the top. Now Holden tries to get it inside to Emma Smith, and it was poked away by Baxter Springs. We'll stick with the Lady Bulldogs. Sarwinski to inbound. Finds Sturgis. Now Sturgis gives it back to Boys up top. And Boys nips her way in and banks it off the glass for two. Now we're going to have a travel as Olivia Edmondson lost her footing and traveled on that play to give the ball back to the Bulldogs. Boys has it on the left wing. Now she gives it to Holden. She'll take this one from about 15 feet. No good. Baxter Springs comes away with it. Now Galena with the trap. But ball was last touched by Galena. Three substitutions coming in for the Bulldogs. Number 12, Morgan Strong. Number 34, Megan Fields. And number 21, Marley Shoemaker. Now a shot from the left side by Baxter's no good from Chesney Billings. And the foul will go against Chesney Billings. So the 6-team foul on Baxter on that last foul, which means next time they foul Galena, we'll have free throws. Sarwinski drives baseline, and her shot off the bottom of the rim. Rebound, Chesney Billings for the Lions. Sarwinski just steals it away and gets an easy layup. Olivia Edmondson was bringing it up and looking around. Sarwinski able to get in there and pickpocket. Now a three taken, Olivia Edmondson, no good. Morgan Strong with the rebound that time. Bulldogs lead by 10 with just a little over 4 minutes to play in the first half. Get it inside to Fields. Now Strong will take it and no good. Shoemaker had it and able to save it. Getting on the ground, being able to save that 50-50 ball. And we're going to have a foul against Baxter Springs. So that'll send Boyce to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. Boys, first one short. Rebound, Sydney Charles. Galena able to get back and force a jump ball there, as they had an open player right under the basket for Baxter Springs, but good job getting back. Marley Shoemaker caused the jump ball, and we'll give it back to the Bulldogs.
What?
Boys gives it to Sarwinski as she brings it to the top. Now Sarwinski's pass almost picking off. but boys saves it and takes a three. Her three bounced around, no good. And will be out of bounds. Last touch by Megan Fields. Now we're going to have a traveling committed on Olivia Edmondson of the Lions. Sperwinski crosses over. And now she takes a corner three. And it bounces around and goes down. Got a friendly roll there to extend the lead to 13 for the Bulldogs. Now Bulldogs have a chance to trap, and another travel called on the Lady Lions. Sharwinski gets it, tries to get inside to Megan Fields, but foul called against Baxter. A push foul is going to go against Lily Conrad. So 1 and 1 coming for Megan Fields. Rebound Sydney Charles the other way with some pace. And a rebound and put back by Jada Schneiders, but no good. And Morgan Strong comes away with it. Now boys from the corner, no good. Lily Conrad there to save it. And Jada Schneiders had a chance at the other end, but gets fouled, so she'll go to the line for two. Morgan Strong picks up her first personal and second team foul of the half for the Bulldogs. Schneider's first attempt is no good. Now Schneider gets the second one. Bulldogs able to set up a couple more plays here. Sarwinski, a pump fake, spin move, gets to the hoop and banks it in for two. Sydney Charles, the one to bring it across for Baxter. Now a three taken. Lily Conrad, and Sturgis comes up with the rebound that time. Now Boys takes it down and gets fouled. So she'll have two free throws coming up. The first one is no good. And second one, no good. Fields with an offensive rebound. Shot no good. Now Conrad will take this from the elbow and banks it in to cut the deficit to 12. Now just over a minute remains in the first half. Boys find Sturgis in the corner. Now Boys trying to find an open player, and she finds Sarwinski on the left wing, no good. Rebound Sydney Charles for the Lions. And the Lions going to throw it out of bounds with 50 seconds left to play in the first half. Boys able to get out of two defenders and then pass to Holden, back to Boys, and her corner three is good. Boys' first three-pointer of the game. Now almost another turnover forced by Galena defense. This corner three is taken and rebounded by Emma Walker, but the ball's taken away. And that'll do it for the first half. Your Bulldogs lead 31-16. We're going to take a quick break, and when you come back, we'll have the Mercy halftime show all coming up next. You're watching Bulldog basketball on Galena Sports Live.
Mercy Specialty Hospital in Southeast Kansas is an innovative healing environment for surgery, specialty care, physical therapy, imaging, and wellness programs. With all private rooms and spa-like surroundings, they offer a patient-centered experience like no other. Next door is Mercy Clinic Orthopedics that focuses on eliminating the discomfort caused by injuries and disorders of the bones, spine, and joints. You'll be treated at their full-service facility with state-of-the-art equipment. Both are centrally located in Galena, Kansas, near downtown Joplin to serve the four states area. Learn more at mercy.net.
Roto-Rooter is proud to serve Southeast Kansas, offering sewer and drain cleaning, as well as septic and grease trap pumping 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. From toilet clogs to video inspections, sewer line repairs to complete replacements. To make an appointment, call 620-231-5630. That's 620-231-5630. Roto-Rooter, proud to support area high schools and student athletes. See the rad in names and numbers. Call service is outstanding in their field, especially for those that are stuck, outstanding in their field. Calls carries a wide selection of farm, industrial, and heavy-duty tires, all from the best brands in the business. And they've got farm service trucks ready to go. Plus, Calls continues to be the place folks go for car and truck tires, repairs, oil changes, and so much more. If you're in the market for new tires in Southeast Kansas, make the right call to Call Service, 620-724-4121. See more at callservicellc.com. The farmer's friend in the field is Crop Care. With their industry-leading crop scouting, Crop Care can catch diseases, bugs, and other yield-robbing issues before they affect your bottom line. Crop Care also offers grid soil sampling and plant sampling with lab-tested results, giving you an unmatched advantage. With coverage across the entire region, Crop Care has insight that can help you avoid problems before they start. Give Kurt or Josh Harris a call at 620-687-4795. Crop Care, the name says it all.
Welcome into the Galena Sports Live halftime show presented by Mercy Specialty Hospital, Southeast Kansas, and Mercy Clinic Orthopedics, providing an innovative healing environment for the four states. See all their state-of-the-art services at mercy.net. So the Bulldogs up 15 at the break. your leading scorers for the break, only 3 different Bulldogs scoring in the first half. The leading scorer, Mia Sarwinski with 15, followed by Riley Boys with 13, and Arista Sturgis shortly after, or with 2 points. And that's how the Bulldogs got the 31 points and the 15-point lead at half. Bulldogs came out hot there and ready to go, ready to get an early lead, which we haven't seen much out of them. Here we've seen a couple comebacks later in the game. And then in the game they won, they kind of hung along all around and then were able to close it out at the end. So a different start here, which is could be a good thing for this team. One thing I wanted to hit on is they're really good. Only 3 turnovers, so really clean first half. But their turnovers to Baxter Springs turnovers is a huge differential, because Galena early in the game in the first quarter was pressuring them for probably about a consistent 5 minutes, and every other play they were forcing turnovers. I don't have an exact number of how many forced turnovers Galena has, but I would assume it would be a double-digit number. And also really clean with the fouls. Only 2 team fouls in the first half. Every game so far this year, we've seen Galena pick up quite a bit of team fouls in the first half, and it kind of bites them there in the second half because they have some players foul out and not a lot of depth. So we've seen that from time to time, where the last 2 games we've seen Sturgis foul out, and that's one of their starters that can shoot threes. And we saw Sarwinski foul out a game, and that took away some of the offense. So it's very crucial for some of these players not to get fouls, because if Galena is to lose one, then it's a complete different offense and could have a lot harder time breaking presses.
Yeah, I agree with you. Galena's just done a great job setting up an offense, and them not having a lot of fouls has allowed, Mia to be out there the entire time, and Mia and the boys really just to do what they want. And I think a lot of things I noticed is, they've been really doing a really good job of applying that pressure on defense. Pressure has been a big deal for them offensively. It's just when the pressure's been hard on defense, they've kind of had a hard time. But this time they're applying the pressure, and they're causing the other team's offense to be able to, I don't know. There's a lot of pressure. They're pressing on the inbounds, which has caused a lot of forced turnovers for the other team, allowing Galena to even farther create a more deficit. But another thing is the 4 and 5 are doing a really good job setting picks and drawing players out of the box for Mia and boys to be able to drive in. I mean, it's shown so far with how many points does Mia have so far in boys? 15. Yeah, Mia has 15 and boys has 13, which is just so far that just shows how they're able to get in, and that comes down to not just them and their pure ability, but also the team, playing around that and playing to that, the archetype of the game, I guess. And then also one thing I want to hit on is Holden. She's taking those mid ranges like we saw last game, and she's kind of improving and going upon them. Yeah, she hasn't been completing them, but just to see her out there, that's becoming an option. It must be something they're working on in practice or something, because last game she was making those mid rangers, she was taking them. They're giving them at her spots around the perimeter in the mid range, and then now you can see her doing it this game. So I'm coming in the second half. I'm kind of looking forward to her, seeing more from that.
So we're going to take one more break. Just about 2.5 minutes until second half tip off. We're going to take one more short break, and we'll be back to some keys on how the Bulldogs can hang on and win. You're watching Bulldog basketball on Galena Sports Live.
Do you have a construction project that just needs that custom touch? Are you looking for a contractor who can get it all done, roof to floors and everywhere in between? Then call Dustin Sneed at DS Construction. With more than 20 years of industry experience, DS Construction specializes in new construction, roofing, renovations, and more. There's no job too big or small. For a free estimate, call DS Construction at 620-724-0209. That's 620-724-0209.
The difference between gambling and having a gambling problem is worth knowing. Learn about the warning signs that you or someone you care about could be at risk. If you struggle with a gambling problem, or if you are impacted by a loved one struggling with a gambling problem, please get help. You can get confidential, no out-of-pocket cost assistance by calling the Kansas Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-522-4700 or at ksgamblinghelp.com. Know your limits. This message is brought to you by the Southeast Kansas Problem Gambling Task Force.
Family owned and operated, G&N Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, G&N Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. G&N Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
Welcome back to Galena Sports Live as we wrap up the Mercy halftime show. As Galena not back on the court yet, but Baxter ready to go. Your Bulldogs able to rattle off their best first half that we've seen yet to start this young season. And the Bulldogs, what really propelled them there in the first half was forcing turnovers and able to get numbers on the other end and draw fouls, go to the free throw line, get easy points, slow the game down, and they kind of got to play their own basketball because they would get the turnover and they'd be able to go back and almost set their offense and get a call from the sideline for a play. As the Bulldogs are back on the court, we'll have the starting five to start the third quarter for your Bulldogs. Now, Lions get it inside quickly. That shot was taken from Chesney Billings and no good. Last touch by Galena. I believe that was Emma Smith touching it last for the Bulldogs. Now, poked away and nearly stolen. Rista Sturgis deflects it. Now there's going to be a foul called. This is going to go against Riley Boyce, her second personal foul. Now Sydney Charles gets it over to Micah Adams from the other side of the line. No good. Baxter rebounds, but Boyce tips it away and able to steal it. Now Bulldogs will slow things down. And Boyce' three from the top of the key is good. As the Bulldogs strike first, start the third quarter. Now immediate press. Sawinski gets inside, has it blocked, and be out of bounds on Baxter Springs. Last touch by Chesney Billings. Sturgis from the left wing. Off the backboard, no good. Rebound, Micah Adams the other way. Poked away by Sarwinski and off of Baxter Springs. Nifty play by Sarwinski there to get her hand in there and poke it away. And then last touch off of Micah Adams' legs. Holden gets it inside to Emma Smith. Now Smith will decide to get it back to the outside. Three taken, left wing, Sturgis, no good. Smith had it momentarily, but taken away by Sydney Charles. Drive inside. Shot no good from Lily Conrad. Rebound, Sturgis. Now Sarwinski driving around the top. Inside to Emma Smith, up and off the backboard, and good for the Bulldogs. Her first 2 points of the game. Early timeout called by head coach Anthony Roberts of the Lions. So we'll take a quick break with 6 minutes to play. Your Bulldogs lead by 20 here in the third quarter.
Call's service is outstanding in their field, especially for those that are stuck, outstanding in their field. Call's carries a wide selection of farm, industrial, and heavy-duty tires, all from the best brands in the business. And they've got farm service trucks ready to go. Plus, Call's continues to be the place folks go for car and truck tires, repairs, oil changes, and so much more. If you're in the market for new tires in Southeast Kansas, make the right call to Call's Service, 620-724-4121. See more at callservicellc.com.
Welcome back to live action from Baxter Springs, Kansas, as your Bulldogs have extended the lead to 20 early in the third quarter. Baxter Springs to inbound. Now Sarwinski deflects it and chases after it, able to beat the defender there. Now Boys has it, and Boys is going to be whistled for the foul. It's going to be an offensive foul, and that'll be her third personal. So the first one in foul trouble for the Bulldogs. Now, Lions, Sydney Charles took too many steps as she was trying to get it inside. Had Chesney Billings in there. Sarwinski dribbling side to side. Now she's trying to get it to Sturgis, but Sarwinski just threw it a little bit too far over her head. And the first turnover of the half for Galena. Now a steal and put up and in by Riley Boyce. Able to get her 5th point of the third quarter. Now another quick steal. Mia Sarwinski with the rebound, and she'll be fouled. Baxter Springs' first team foul of the half. Now, a little bit too hard for Emma Smith. She was unable to haul it in. Bulldogs will turn it over back to the Lady Lions. Quickly inside, Siley Clark. Now she kicks to the corner. That three, no good. And we're going to have a push foul that's going to go against Emma Smith. That'll be her first personal. Set of subs checking in for the Bulldogs. Marley Shoemaker, Megan Fields, and Morgan Strong. Now a deep three taken from the top of the key by Lily Conrad. And no good. Offensive rebound by Sydney Charles. More of a foul that is going to go against. I'm not sure who it went against. Oh, inside. Micah Adams shot no good. Strong rebound by Megan Fields. So the Bulldogs regain possession. Now Boys from the right wing. No good. Rebound Micah Adams. This Bulldogs put good pressure on them there, but Baxter Springs able to break the press. Now a little bit of trouble. Bullet pass over to the left wing. Chloe Turley. Shot no good. Sarwinski rebounds and takes it the other way. Morgan Strong puts it on the ground. Gives it to Sarwinski. The top of the key. Sarwinski finds Shoemaker. Her shot's blocked by Chesney Billings, and Sydney Charles takes it the other way for the Lady Lions. Shot taken from the right in front of the 2-point line. Now stolen back by Chesney Billings. Ball thrown out of bounds. It's going to be last touch by Baxter Springs. Boyce has it in the corner. Now she'll drive. Goes up. And her shot was deflected. Sydney Charles, the one that came up with it now. She brings it up the court. Galena had a chance to trap her in the corner there, but she's able to get her pass through. Now inside, Lily Conrad, no good. And Shoemaker comes up with the defensive rebound for the Bulldogs. Charwinski gets inside, goes up, her shot tipped away. Bulldogs command a 22-point lead as we get close to the end of the third quarter. Now Sarwinski's corner three is good. Sarwinski able to extend the lead even more. Her first points of the third quarter. Now Galena pressure. And now Boy's able to come up with it as she gets, that's Sturgis. She gets it inside to Sarwinski, and Sarwinski finishes it with a quick 5 points now by Galena, and we're going to have another timeout on the floor. So Bulldogs lead 43-16 with 2:19 to play in the third quarter. We'll take a break and be back. You're watching Bulldog basketball on Galena Sports Live.
Call service is outstanding in their field, especially for those that are stuck, outstanding in their field. Calls carries a wide selection of farm, industrial, and heavy-duty tires, all from the best brands in the business. And they've got farm service trucks ready to go. Plus, Calls continues to be the place folks go for car and truck tires.
Welcome back to Galena Sports Live. As we have 2:18 to remain in the third quarter of this one. And remember to stick with us. Following the conclusion of this game, we'll have a post-game show, and then right after that, we'll have the boys varsity teams tipping off around 7:15. 3 taken. No good. Put back up and in. Lily Conrad there. The initial shot was taken by Chloe Turley. And Baxter Springs gets points out of the timeout to break the 7-0 run from the Bulldogs. Boys gets it inside, finds Holden from the free throw line, no good. Sydney Charles there to rebound it for the Lions. Now deep into the post as Chesney Billings shots up and good. 4 consecutive points now for the Lions. We're going to have a personal foul committed against Baxter Springs. Now Boys takes a deep 3 from the top of the arc. No good. Off the hands of Sturgis and into Sarwinski's hand. Sarwinski's going to be whistled for the foul.
That one.
What?
Missed the shot.
Okay. So that'll be Sarwinski's second foul. So Lily Conrad will inbound. Kick to the corner. Now cross-court pass into the paint. Olivia Edmondson shot's no good. Emma Smith rebounds, and now Sarwinski brings it the other way with pace. And she'll be fouled. So she'll go to the line and attempt her first free throws of the third quarter. Sarwinski's first is good. Her second is good. Now Sarwinski takes it right out of the hands of Jada Schneiders, and Sarwinski with the and one that time. So now Sarwinski with 9 points in this quarter alone. And she gets that free throw to go to convert the three-point play. Now 15 seconds to play. And a backcourt violation called. Sarwinski gets it to Boys. Over on the left wing, now to Sarwinski. 3 seconds. Kick to the corner. Sturgis, corner three, good to beat the buzzer. And that'll put the Bulldogs up 31 to end the third quarter. So we're going to take a quick break. And coming up next, we'll have more Bulldog basketball here on Galena Sports Live.
The difference between gambling and having a gambling problem is worth knowing. Learn about the warning signs that you or someone you care about could be at risk. If you struggle with a gambling problem, or if you are impacted by a loved one struggling with a gambling problem, please get help. You can get confidential, no out-of-pocket cost assistance by calling the Kansas Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-522-4700 or at ksgamblinghelp.com. Know your limits. This message is brought to you by the Southeast Kansas Problem Gambling Task Force.
Do you have a construction project that just needs that custom touch? Are you looking for a contractor who can get it all done? Roof to floors and everywhere in between? Then call Dustin Sneed at DS Construction. With more than 20 years of industry experience, DS Construction specializes in new construction, roofing, renovations, and more. There's no job too big or small. For a free estimate, call DS.
So Bulldogs lead by 31 as we begin fourth quarter action from Baxter Springs. Boys gets inside, has her shot blocked, and Emma Smith trying to save it, but she hits it out of bounds. So now Bulldogs don't pressure that time. Inside, Micah Adams' shot at the rim is good. Now Sturgis gets it over to Sarwinski, takes this three, and no good, out of bounds by the Bulldogs. Now a tip pass by Galena. So they've had quite a bit of those tonight, being able to force turnovers. And pass thrown out of bounds by Lily Conrad of the Lady Lions. He'll give the ball back to the Lady Bulldogs. And Boys gets it and loses control a little bit. Sturgis inside to hold, and now back out to Boys. Kick to Sturgis in the corner, her three. Rolling around, no good. And a rebound. Chesney Billings rebounds it, and Sydney Charles will take it the other way. Another stolen pass. Riley Boyce goes up and gets fouled, so she'll shoot two at the line. First one is good. And she gets both to go that time. So check it in for your Bulldogs. Number 14, Siley Click. First time getting varsity action this year. Now a three jacked up. And no good. Boys there to rebound it. As Galena continues to push the tempo. Now Click gives it to Sarwinski in the corner. And Emma Smith's shot will be no good. We're going to have Megan Fields checking in for Emma Smith. Bulldogs lead by 31 with 4.5 minutes. Now a three taken from the corner by Sarwinski, and she buries that one. Sarwinski's fourth three of the game. Chesney Billings shot, not able to get the rim, and an offensive rebound by Emma Walker, but Megan Fields got the ball and found the outlet. Boys at the other end, not going to get it to go. Chesney Billings there to rebound it for the Lions. Now inside. And this shot by Emma Walker is no good. Sidley Click comes up with the rebound for the Bulldogs. Now Sarwinski's pass to Click gets a little bit mishandled, and a shot by Sturgis. It's no good. Sarwinski makes a nice play to throw it off Baxter Springs there, so Galena can retain possession. Checking in for your Bulldogs is Morgan Strong, and leaving the game is Riley Boyce. Oh, never mind. She was in, and then official and Coach Shockey had a conversation, but now Boyce is back in, and Strong will be on the bench. Shot taken by Sturgis, and she buries this from the left wing. Sturgis able to get her second three of the game. Hands up to 8 points in the game. Third leading scorer for the Bulldogs. Three taken by Lily Conrad. Rolls around, no good. And a fight for the ball. And a jump ball called. Will stick with the Lions. in the corner and given back to Lily Conrad. Three taken from the top of the arc by Olivia Edmondson. No good. Sarwinski rebounds it and finds Sturgis down low. Sturgis weaves her way, and she's going to be fouled. It's going to be on the ground, though, so Bulldogs will inbound from the baseline. Now they find Megan Fields from the elbow. No good. Emma Walker there to rebound it. Under a minute to play in this one now as Bulldogs have a commanding lead. And this three shot by Micah Adams and put up and in. Emma Walker for two. Now in the game for the Bulldogs, number 5, Dakota Bennett. She'll shoot it off the backboard. No good. And Lily Conrad shoots that, and no good. It'll go off Galena, and that's going to be ball game. So the Bulldogs come out victorious in this one, 59-24, as they pick up their first win in the CNC in 2022-2023 season. So coming up after this, we're going to recap this game, and then after that, we'll start our pregame for the boys that'll tip off at approximately 7:15 or more around 7:20. So we're going to take a quick break. You're watching Bulldog basketball on Galena Sports Live.
Mercy Specialty Hospital in Southeast Kansas is an innovative healing environment for surgery, specialty care, physical therapy, imaging, and wellness programs. With all private rooms and spa-like surroundings, they offer a patient-centered experience like no other. Next door is Mercy Clinic Orthopedics that focuses on eliminating the discomfort caused by injuries and disorders of the bones, spine, and joints. You'll be treated at their full-service facility with state-of-the-art equipment. Both are centrally located in Galena, Kansas, near downtown Joplin to serve the 4 states area. Learn more at mercy.net.
Roto-Rooter is proud to serve Southeast Kansas, offering sewer and drain cleaning, as well as septic and grease trap pumping 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. From toilet clogs to video inspections, sewer line repairs to complete replacements. To make an appointment, call 620-231-5630. That's 620-231-5630. Roto-Rooter, proud to support area high schools and student athletes. See the rad in names and numbers.
Welcome into Galena Sports Live as the Lady Bulldogs able to come out victorious 59-24, pick up their first win, and the Bulldogs led by leading scorer 28 by Mia Sarwinski and followed by Mia Boys with 21. Third leading scorer Rista Sturgis, 8 points, and Emma Smith able to pick up 2 points of her own, and that rounds out the scoring. Fairly clean game all around for Galena, as that's probably a game they've been waiting on for a while now to really be able to just explode and score quite a bit of points. And that's got to feel good after what happened to them when they played Girard. So good morale going into the winter break and the last game of 2022 for high school basketball. Only 6 turnovers the whole game and very minimal fouls. didn't get in the bonus at all in the first or second half. So fairly good. What are some of your thoughts on this game, Cole?
Yeah, it was really a great game for the Galena girls altogether. They did a lot of really good things, and they had some things they need to work on, but it was really kept to a minimum this game. All the other games so far this season, I've had to say, oh, this is what they need to do. They need to go to the workshop, but it looks like they didn't get very many practices between last game and this game, and they still came out ready to roll, and it almost looks like that they've had a whole week, maybe even 2 weeks to work on their stuff. I mean, yeah, this was a team that maybe wasn't as skilled as the other teams, but it was an in-conference matchup, which means it was very competitive for both teams, and that puts the Galena girls at 1-1 in the season for in-conference matchups, which is really good for them coming in. Some things I noticed with good job opening my apologies. Okay. So, the biggest thing I noticed is the coach was definitely looking for other point scorers during this game. Mia and boys had a great game, with 28 and 21 points, maybe all season highs, this season, but I'm not quite sure on that, but great games for them. But you also have Sturgis, who was very proficient at the 3-point line with 8 points, but she was definitely a threat all game. They had to make sure to keep her guarded almost at all times because she was open. She was taking that three. Yeah, she missed some, but she made more than she missed and just had a great night at that 3-point line. Another thing I noticed was Holden. Yeah, she didn't have any points on tonight, but she was getting open at that mid-range. So if she can practice that shot, I definitely think that can definitely be something they can utilize throughout the season. Another thing is the rebounds. I noticed Smith and Fields just doing a great job getting rebounds all game. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, they had a lot of second chance points tonight, and that's what really gave them a lot of extra opportunities. Also, the forced turnovers was the biggest thing, as they were able to turn Baxter Springs over a lot, and Galena didn't turn it over a lot. And when you do something like that, then you're going to win a lot of those games. And that puts Galena to 2-3 on the season. So next game against Frontenac is going to be a tough game, as Frontenac's they've beaten a Bonner Springs team that's ranked 9th in 3A, and they also have beaten Baxter 80-21. So they're going to be a very tough game for Galena. So that's going to wrap up our post-game show for the girls game. We'll get to the girls and boys a little bit later after the boys game's over, where we'll wrap up both of the games so we can get more in depth then. But we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to have the Mercy pregame show for the Galena versus Baxter Springs varsity boys matchup tonight. All coming up next on Galena Sports Live.
Call's service is outstanding in their field, especially for those that are stuck, outstanding in their field. Call's carries a wide selection of farm, industrial, and heavy-duty tires, all from the best brands in the business. And they've got farm service trucks ready to go. Plus, Call's continues to be the place folks go for car and truck tires, repairs, oil changes, and so much more. If you're in the market for new tires in Southeast Kansas, make the right call to Call's Service, 620-724-4121. See more at callservicellc.com. The farmer's friend in the field is Crop Care. With their industry-leading crop scouting, Crop Care can catch diseases, bugs, and other yield-robbing issues before they affect your bottom line. Crop Care also offers grid soil sampling and plant sampling with lab-tested results, giving you an unmatched advantage. With coverage across the entire region, Crop Care has insight that can help you avoid problems before they start. Give Kurt or Josh Harris a call at 620-687-4795. Crop Care, the name says it all.
Family owned and operated, G&N Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, G&N Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. G&N Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
Welcome back to Galena Sports Live, as we're now a little over 7 minutes away from tip-off in the boys matchup. Tonight we have a great matchup between the 4-0 Galena Bulldogs, coached by Matt Meyer, and the 2-1 Baxter Springs Lions, coached by Alan Hibler. So Galena already 1-0 in conference play, and Baxter Springs 0-1. Baxter Springs' loss was to Frontenac. They dropped it 65-48 in their opener of league play this year. They put up quite a bit of points, or not put up quite a bit of points. They've been held to a very low margin, as they put up 48 points against against Frontenac, which wasn't bad. I haven't seen much of Frontenac yet, which we'll get to see them on January 6th when Galena takes them on. And so for Galena, last night able to pull out a 55-16 win against McCauley. Ratherly easy win for Galena, as they've kind of played a trail of smaller schools recently, and the first real test we saw was Girard. So any league matchup we have in this season is going to be a tough game, and Galena could have a test tonight, since we don't know much about this Baxter team. They're a fairly young team. They're only going to have one senior on the Baxter Springs team. And so for Galena, this week they stayed at number 6 in the coaches' ranking poll, which not expecting a whole lot to move, as we haven't gotten into some of the bigger mid-season matchups that we'll have that are in conference play. Those will tell a lot with what the rankings define. In this series, a little history: Galena leads the series 27-11 all time in boys basketball. Been able to take care of business, as these teams will meet twice. So we'll have one here, we'll have one in Galena. And something I've been kind of wondering is how complete of a team is Galena like against these opponents they've been playing. They look like the real deal. They got speed, they got length, they got size, they can get the ball inside and score, they can shoot the ball from the outside, they have good guard play. And so I'll be interested once they get to play a well above average team. Girard was a good test to start with. They were able to handle business there, still get a double-digit win, but how will they face pressure? Galena, to this point in the season, hasn't trailed at all from the second quarter on in a game. So it'll be interesting how they play when they're down, and that really tells how complete of a team they are, really.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with you, Cooper. I definitely want to see a matchup where Galena definitely has a little bit of a harder time the first half of the game. So far, they've really just been dominant in that first half, and it kind of just, gives them that confidence throughout the entirety of the game. But to start out with not a terrible game, but to start out with a little more pressure, a little bit more of a competitive game, definitely sets the tone of more pressure and a lot tougher of a situation for the players mentally. So, I'm definitely curious to see how they play. I know that they're mostly a seasoned team, though, and they have a lot of experience. Galena has mostly seniors out there, and so they've all played a lot, quite a bit. So I'm not too worried about how they'll, play with the chemistry and too much under pressure, just with them having such decent matchups at the beginning so far. It definitely is a curiosity this line, or definitely something I was wondering as well.
Yeah, and this Galena team, they're used to winning a lot of games, going to the state championship last year and only losing 8 times since this group of seniors they have this year came here as freshmen and played their first game. So they've been a very consistent team, and they faced adversity, which is good about this team because they have 5 seniors on the team that they're led by. And in tough games, that's what gets you by is older guys, basically. So we're just under 3 minutes now from tip-off here in Baxter Springs, Kansas. So we'll take one more break, and when we come back, we'll have some impact players, keys to the game, starting lineups, and tip-off right after that.
Do you have a construction project that just needs that custom touch? Are you looking for a contractor who can get it all done, roof to floors and everywhere in between? Then call Dustin Sneed at DS Construction. With more than 20 years of industry experience, DS Construction specializes in new construction, roofing, renovations, and more. There's no job too big or small. For a free estimate, call DS Construction at 620-724-0209. That's 620-724-0209.
The difference between gambling and having a gambling problem is worth knowing. Learn about the warning signs that you or someone you care about could be at risk. If you struggle with a gambling problem, or if you are impacted by a loved one struggling with a gambling problem, please get help. You can get confidential, no out-of-pocket cost assistance by calling the Kansas Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-522-4700 or at ksgamblinghelp.com. Know your limits. This message is brought to you by the Southeast Kansas Problem Gambling Task Force.
Welcome back to Galena Sports Live. Pregame show is presented by Mercy Specialty Hospital, Southeast Kansas, and Mercy Clinic Orthopedics, providing an innovative healing environment for the 4 states. See all their state-of-the-art services at mercy.net. So we're getting closer to tip-off now. I'm going to begin with some players to watch out for in this matchup, starting with Malachi Wesley. We've seen him score 23 points in the season opener, and last night had 11. He's going to be a constant threat in this one. He's able to shoot the ball decently from the outside, and he can get inside and get some offensive rebounds and also go up with the 2. And we'll have quite a bit of size and length inside that creates a lot of mismatches. Next player, Jack Perry. He's hit a 3 in each game, and he's been dead-eye basically from the 3-point line. Saw him struggle a little bit last night, but he locked in and was able to start knocking him down from beyond the arc. And Tyler Little led the way last game with 15 points. He was a force inside, creating his way in there and drawing fouls, finishing at the rim hard, and not worrying about how much contact he was absorbing. So now we'll get to starting lineups, but we're going to get to keys to the game. For Galena, if you like when they pick up a lead, don't get complacent. We're going to do the national anthem again. So we're going to step away for a minute while we do this, and we'll come back with starting lineups and the rest keys to the game.
Play.
Mercy Specialty Hospital in Southeast Kansas is an innovative healing environment for surgery, specialty care, physical therapy, imaging, and wellness programs. With all private rooms and spa-like surroundings, they offer a patient-centered experience like no other. Next door is Mercy Clinic Orthopedics that focuses on eliminating the discomfort caused by injuries and disorders of the bones, spine, and joints. You'll be treated at their full-service facility with state-of-the-art equipment. Both are centrally located in Galena, Kansas, near downtown Joplin to serve the 4 states area. Learn more at mercy.net.
Roto-Rooter is proud to serve Southeast Kansas, offering sewer and drain cleaning, as well as septic and grease trap pumping 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. From toilet clogs to video inspections, sewer line repairs to complete replacements. To make an appointment, call 620.
So welcome back to live action now, as the band just finished up with the national anthem. So for Galena, I think they just need to really control the pace from the tip. If they were able to win the opening tip, then they just slow down from there and play the pace they want, play to their advantage, which Galena has been able to force quite a bit of turnovers defensively with the length issues they've caused for teams. And when they're able to do that, Galena has some fast guys on this team that can get out in transition and make a strong finish at the rim. So starting for Baxter Springs, number 4, the sophomore Jacob Grant, the junior Weston Schaefer, junior Javen Alexander, the junior Peyton Gaines, and the senior Logan Guess. And starting for your Bulldogs, The senior, number 2, Malachi Wesley. Senior, number 3, Maverick Harmon. Senior, number 11, Hadley Price. Sophomore, number 33, Jack Perry. So that'll round out your starting lineup for the Bulldogs tonight, as Bulldogs out there. So now we're set to match up. Galena's going to have a size advantage tonight, as they've been able to have a size advantage most of the games they played this year. So Tyler Little tip off against Jacob Grant. Tyler Little wins the tip, and Galena gets possession first. Bulldogs quickly moving the ball around the perimeter, looking for something inside. Now Little, cross-court pass to Harmon. Price will pull it from the top of the key, short, and ball last touched by Peyton Gaines. So the Bulldogs will inbound the ball. Now Little kicks it. Wesley gets inside, finds a cutting. Tyler Little, as he finishes at the rim and gets the Bulldogs on the board first. Chesney Billings has it at the top. Now they'll kick. Javen Alexander. It's the Bulldogs in a 2-3 zone that we've seen this whole season to this point. Now, Baxter Springs gets it in to the short corner. And a 3 is going to be on the way from Peyton Gaines and knocked down. Peyton Gaines gives the Lions the lead. Now inside to Tyler Little, finds Jack Perry in the corner. History, good. Jack Perry, who's been on fire from the three-point line to start this season, knocks down his first 3 of this game. And first and probably not the last. Inside to Jacob Grant, now back outside. Weston Schaefer catches it at the free throw line. Now Schaefer will pull it from the top of the key off the backboard. Long rebound, back out to Gaines. History from the same spot, and he nails 2 from that spot. Gives the Lions back the lead. So a little bit of back and forth in the first 3 minutes of this one. Both teams hitting threes. And Little catches it in front of the free throw line, turns around and knocks it down. Now they have Peyton Gaines from the right side. 3 no good. Wesley, strong rebound, and a foul is going to be called against Baxter Springs. That'll be their first team foul of the half. Perry throws it cross court to Maverick Harmon. Now a no-look pass by Tyler Little out to Jack Perry, and he buries his second 3. Perry already 2 early threes in the first 5 minutes of this one. Or 4 minutes. Now inside Peyton Gaines, shot up off the backboard, no good. Strong rebound Little, and Bulldogs have numbers. Perry at the rim as he floats and gets it to go. And a timeout calling by Baxter Springs. So we're going to take a timeout with them. Bulldogs jump out to a 6-point lead halfway through the first. You're watching Bulldog basketball on Galena Sports.
Call's service is outstanding in their field, especially for those that are stuck, outstanding in their field. Call's carries a wide selection of farm, industrial, and heavy-duty tires, all from the best brands in the business. And they've got farm service.
Welcome back to live action. As the Bulldogs start off hot beyond the arc. Now checking in Ty Hall for Malachi Wesley after the last timeout. Now a block, Tyler Little. And Tyler Little had Maverick Harmon cutting, but ball be last touched by the Lions there. Now Perry has it at the top of the key. Little in the corner. Now they find Ty Hall shortly in front of the free throw line, and he drains it for his first points of the game. Now Bulldogs starting fast like we've seen in most of their games this year. Jacob Grant has it. Gets it out to Peyton Gaines. Javen Alexander gets it in. Now Peyton Gaines takes a three and drills it from the right wing. As Gaines has a quick 9 points to start this game. And cuts the deficit to 5. Ty Hall finds Maverick Harmon. Nice rebound and put back by Ty Hall there on the second chance point. Off of Maverick Harmon's shot. Peyton Gaines takes another three. Too strong. Now a fight for the rebound, but Little comes away with it. Jack Perry brings it up. And now Hadley Price will settle things down. Perry, nice entry pass to Little. He goes up, but a nice block there as Weston Schaefer was able to get his hand in there and block it. A foul's gonna be called against the Bulldogs. It'll go against Maverick Harmon, his first, and team first.
For Perry.
Huh. Travel called as Javen Alexander put that ball on the floor, or he got his feet going before he put the ball on the floor. Tyler Little steps out, pump fakes, and then he finds Perry in the corner. History, another one as Perry knocks his third three down in the first quarter. And that'll be Perry's fifth consecutive game with at least 10 points. As he achieved that in the first quarter. Gaines, right corner, no good. Tyler Little there to rebound it. Harmon finds Perry in the corner. Perry's three is good as he buries another one. And now the Bulldogs quickly extend their lead to 22-19 with 1:08 in the first. So a timeout called on the floor by Baxter Springs. We're going to take a break. You're watching Bulldog basketball on Galena Sports.
Do you have a construction project that just needs that custom touch? Are you looking for a contractor who can get it all done? Roof to floors and everywhere in between? Then call Dustin Sneed at DS Construction. With more than 20 years of industry experience, DS Construction specializes in new construction, roofing, renovations, and more. There's no job too big or small. For a free estimate, call DS Construction at 620-724-0209. That's 620-724-0209.
The difference between gambling and having a gambling problem is worth knowing. Learn about the warning signs that you or someone you care about could be at risk. If you struggle with a gambling problem, or if you are impacted by a loved one struggling with a gambling problem, please get help. You can get confidential, no out-of-pocket.
So welcome back to Baxter Springs, Kansas. As the Bulldogs jump out to a quick lead. Thanks in part to Jack Perry hitting 4 threes to start this game. Now Gaines has it at the top of the key. Hadley Price guarding him. Gaines trying to get inside, gets Price to jump, and it's going to be a foul called. This will be the second team foul, and waiting to see who it's going to go against. Tyler Little, so that'll be his first. As Peyton Gaines goes to the line for 2. His first one's good. Tyler Little there to grab that. And now Bulldogs could end the quarter with this possession. Tyler Little tries to get it inside, and 2 Baxter Springs players there, Jacob Grant there and Javen Alexander, take it away. So that'll be a turnover by the Bulldogs. Now Malachi Wesley pokes it away, and Hadley Price takes it the other way. Ty Hall has it, and they'll give it to Hadley Price to slow things down. Now pass nearly stolen by Peyton Gaines there, but tipped out of bounds by him. Little finds cutting Perry. Perry goes up, rolls around and out. And that'll be the end of our first quarter as the Bulldogs lead it by 12 at the end of 1. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back with more Bulldog basketball here on Galena Sports Live.
Mercy Specialty Hospital in Southeast Kansas is an innovative healing environment for surgery, specialty care, physical therapy, imaging, and wellness programs. With all private rooms and spa-like surroundings, they offer a patient-centered experience like no other. Next door is Mercy Clinic Orthopedics that focuses on eliminating the discomfort caused by injuries and disorders of the bones, spine, and joints. You'll be treated at their full-service facility with state-of-the-art equipment. Both are centrally located in Galena, Kansas, near downtown Joplin to serve the 4 states area. Learn more at mercy.net.
Roto-Rooter is proud to serve Southeast Kansas, offering sewer and drain cleaning, as well as septic and grease trap pumping 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. From toilet clogs to video inspections, sewer line repairs to complete replacements. To make an appointment, call 620-231-5630. That's 620-231-5630. Roto-Rooter, proud to support area high schools and student athletes.
So welcome back to live action. As the Lions will start with it, Peyton Gaines has the ball. Javen Alexander tries to get it inside, but Malachi Wesley, nice defense, shuffling his feet, and The ball was tipped by Galena to force it loose, and will be last touch by Baxter Springs now. So now Price brings it up for the Bulldogs. Inside to Ty Hall, and he tries to kick it back out to Tyler Little, and will turn it over. That'll be the second turnover of the game for the Bulldogs. Now Schaefer step back and won't take it. Hayden Gaines finds Javen Alexander at the top. Now over to Weston Schaefer. Driving in, and his shot's blocked. Tyler Little with a massive rejection of Logan Guess's shot. Hayden Gaines dribbling at the top of the key. Now Alexander gets it in a guess. Working inside on Wesley and blocks that. And Ty Hall zips a pass. Trying to get it to Harmon, but he throws it out of bounds. So Ty Hall's had two passes like that he's thrown out of bounds trying to get it into somebody too quick. So Jack Perry will check back in for Ty Hall. Alexander driving. Now his drive stopped by Little. Peyton Gaines will take a three. And that's no good. Tyler Little with the rebound. Jack Perry now back to Price. Perry will take this. And no good, just short. Maybe a little heat check for Perry as he knocked down 4 in the first quarter. I'm driving in. Shots up and no good by Jacob Grant. Tyler Little with the rebound for Galena. Tyler Little will set a high ball screen. Price will pass it over to him. Now Little pulls a three from the corner and buries it. Nothing but net. Little's first three of the game and Galena's first points of second quarter. Now the strong drive and Weston Schaefer gets it to go to cut the deficit to 13. Now Hadley Price, top of the key. No good. And Wesley trying to save it, but they're going to say his foot was on the line, so call him out of bounds. And Baxter gets possession. Nice play by Hadley Price to steal it away. Now at the other end, it's off the side of the rim and rebounded by Weston Schaefer, taken the other way. Now Peyton Gaines will take it from the right wing, and this rolls around and it's no good. But Malachi Wesley rebounds, and Maverick Harmon will slow things down. Jack Perry down low. Now Little pulls it from the left corner. Rebounded by Weston Schaefer. Javen Alexander had an open three, drove in, and gets the finger roll to go. Mhm. Malachi Wesley gets it into Tyler Little in a nice feed. And Tyler Little had great positioning to get that 2 points. Kick to the corner. Weston Schaefer's three is on the way and buried as Baxter Springs cuts the deficit to 10 now, so still in this game. Now they'll try and get some offense going. They've had success as they're going to try and throw it into Tyler Little again. Tyler Little sees an open Perry in the corner, and he drains his fifth three of the game. Now we're going to have a 30-second timeout on the floor called by Galena. So we're going to take a break with them, and we'll be back with more Bulldog basketball here on Galena Sports Live.
Family owned and operated, G Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, G Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. G Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
Welcome back to live action. So Baxter Springs will inbounds as they're cleaning up a little bit of sweat over there on the near the Baxter Springs bench. Now Gaines has it. He'll get it to the short corner. And inside is Weston Schaefer. His attempt's no good. Perry has the rebound, and Galena slows it down. Now they find Tyler Little inside. Tyler Little and Harmon passing it back and forth. Now Little spin moves and finds an open Harmon on the other side. His three is no good. Javen Alexander has the rebound for the Lions. Now the Lions trying to cut the deficit before halftime. Javen Alexander's three from the left wing on the way, no good. Price with a nice rebound, had a weird bounce off the rim. Well, Wesley had a little bit of speed, and that was slowed down. The Bulldogs lead 30-17 with a little under 1.5 to play in the first half. Wesley with a strong drive, and his ball is going to be off of him, hit off the bottom part of the backboard, so out of bounds. And Baxter Springs will get the ball. So now Gaines brings it up for Baxter. Perry went for the steal attempt. Now a shot up and in by Weston Schaefer. Jump stop, and then he banks it up off the glass. As Price gets it inside to Ty Hall, his attempt too strong, and Baxter Springs rebounds. Shaven Alexander now back to Peyton Gaines. Coach calling out a play from the sideline. Baxter possibly holding for the last shot now as they're just passing around the arc. Now Little going for the steal, and he saved it. Little has a beat on him, and he gets in there. His shot blocked by Alexander, and now 4 seconds remain. This deep three is taken. Peyton Gaines, and that's no good. So that'll bring us to the end of the first half. Your Bulldogs lead by 11 after 16 minutes of play. So we'll talk about it. We'll talk about the first half coming up after this quick message.
Mercy Specialty Hospital in Southeast Kansas is an innovative healing environment for surgery, specialty care, physical therapy, imaging, and wellness programs. With all private rooms and spa-like surroundings, they offer a patient-centered experience like no other. Next door is Mercy Clinic Orthopedics that focuses on eliminating the discomfort caused by injuries and disorders of the bones, spine, and joints. You'll be treated at their full-service facility with state-of-the-art equipment. Both are centrally located in Galena, Kansas, near downtown Joplin to serve the 4 states area. Learn more at mercy.net.
Roto-Rooter is proud to serve Southeast Kansas, offering sewer and drain cleaning, as well as septic and grease trap pumping 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. From toilet clogs to video inspections, sewer line repairs to complete replacements. To make an appointment, call 620-231-5630. That's 620-231-5630. Roto-Rooter, proud to support area high schools and student athletes. See the rad in names and numbers. Call service is outstanding in their field, especially for those that are stuck, outstanding in their field. Calls carries a wide selection of farm, industrial, and heavy-duty tires, all from the best brands in the business. And they've got farm service trucks ready to go. Plus, Calls continues to be the place folks go for car and truck tires, repairs, oil changes, and so much more. If you're in the market for new tires in Southeast Kansas, make the right call to Call Service, 620-724-4121. See more at callservicellc.com. The farmer's friend in the field is Crop Care. With their industry-leading crop scouting, Crop Care can catch diseases, bugs, and other yield-robbing issues before they affect your bottom line. Crop Care also offers grid soil sampling and plant sampling with lab-tested results, giving you an unmatched advantage. With coverage across the entire region, Crop Care has insight that can help you avoid problems before they start. Give Kurt or Josh Harris a call at 620-687-4795. Crop Care, the name says it all.
Family owned and operated, G&N Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, G&N Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. G&N Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
The difference between gambling and having a gambling problem is worth knowing. Learn about the warning signs that you or someone you care about could be at risk. If you struggle with a gambling problem, or if you are impacted by a loved one struggling with a gambling problem, please get help. You can get confidential, no out-of-pocket cost assistance by calling the Kansas Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-522-4700 or at ksgamblinghelp.com. Know your limits. This message is brought to you by the Southeast Kansas Problem Gambling Task Force.
Welcome into the Galena Sports Live halftime show presented by Mercy Specialty Hospital, Southeast Kansas, and Mercy Clinic Orthopedics, providing an innovative healing environment for the 4 states. See all their state-of-the-art services at mercy.net. So we've reached a break, and your Bulldogs lead by 11 at the break. Probably the closest game they've had at the break yet. They were up, I believe, 14 or 15 on Girard, but Baxter's played impressive today so far. And basically, they've just been aggressive is what it started with. They've had 3 guys on the perimeter and then 1 guy on each side of the elbow, and they've been able to get the ball inside. And then when they get the ball, they turn around, and they've been looking for the next open play. Or if they they have a lane to drive, they've been driving it, and they've been making it hard on the Bulldogs interior, as the Bulldogs have came up with a couple really nice blocks, but Baxter continuing to keep themselves in this game. They're still hanging around, down only 11 here. So Galena's still going to need to have a good second half if they want to move to 2-0 today in league play. But Baxter Springs could give them a run for their money here in the second half. But starting off with points, Jack Perry was on fire from the three-point arc. He was able to grind out 17 points in the first half. Tyler Little had 9 and Ty Hall had 4, and that rounds out your scoring for the first half. So only 3 scores for the Bulldogs, but Jack Perry was on fire, so there's no reason for him not to keep shooting those threes. I think he only missed 1 3. He was 5 of 6 from 3 there in the first half, which is all you can ask for, really kept him in it. But Galena's still not even turning the ball over much, only 3 turnovers. There was just a lot of points scored there in the first half.
Yeah, definitely. One thing I'll definitely say is it's been a very intense game on both sides. Baxter's been playing really intense, and same with Galena, and I think that's why it's been such a close game. At one point, I was getting nervous because Baxter was kind of starting to rally, and Galena, you could definitely see on their faces that they were a little worried as well. But they kept him still at an 11-point lead. One thing I'll say, yeah, they're up by 11, but it's still a very intense game. But Galena overall has been keeping their composure, haven't been getting too angry, haven't been, making any stupid plays, been playing smart still, coming in with different things. If they realize one thing they're doing great is getting open their 3-point for especially Jack Perry. Jack Perry's they've been doing a good job of drawing players in order to keep at least somebody open around the 3-point line. If not, then Ty Little kind of just takes that in and bully balls whoever's in there and gets that ball up. Or Ty Hall, any of our really inside players are just doing a great job of staying in and all that.
Yeah, and Galena doing a good job too, staying active on the offensive boards. They found a couple times where there was like a shot by Tyler Little, and Ty Hall was on the other side and rebounded it. Also, I like how they're getting the ball to Tyler Little in the post. He's pushing the guy out like halfway between the free throw line and the basket, and he's getting good position. And then the point guards are seeing that out along the perimeter, and they're able to make a good entry pass and an easy finish for Tyler Little, someone with his size, creating mismatches out here. He gets the ball, and he can finish at the rim really well. So I think they need to do more of that. And also, their threes are falling too, so it's a great sign for Galena. I still think they played a good first half, but you're just going to start playing tougher teams as the season progresses. So both teams start to make their way back onto the court. We have a little more than 2 minutes until second half or third quarter action begins. So we're going to step away for a minute, and when we come back, we'll talk more about what the Bulldogs need to do to get to 5-0 on the season and 2-0 in league play. You're watching Bulldog Basketball on Galena Sports Live.
Do you have a construction project that just needs that custom touch? Are you looking for a contractor who can get it all done, roof to floors and everywhere in between? Then call Dustin Sneed at DS Construction. With more than 20 years of industry experience, DS Construction specializes in new construction, roofing, renovations, and more. There's no job too big or small. For a free estimate, call DS Construction at 620-724-0209. That's 620-724-0209.
The difference between gambling and having a gambling problem is worth knowing. Learn about the warning signs that you or someone you care about could be at risk. If you struggle with a gambling problem, or if you are impacted by a loved one struggling with a gambling problem, please get help. You can get confidential, no out-of-pocket cost assistance by calling the Kansas Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-522-4700 or at ksgamblinghelp.com. Know your limits. This message is brought to you by the Southeast Kansas Problem Gambling Task Force.
So welcome back to live action from Baxter Springs, Kansas, as we're almost set for the tip-off, or for the beginning of the third quarter here. And your Bulldogs going to put the same people out there that started this game. we'll see if the Bulldogs can get a couple more shooters involved in this game. They might be able to space the Baxter Springs out a little bit. I mean, even though Perry was shooting good, we didn't see many other guys put up quite many shots. We saw Hadley Price put up a couple he put up a couple 3-point attempts, didn't convert on it. Maverick Harmon had one there late in the first half, but other than that, not too much. So, haven't seen any Thatcher Botkin tonight. As we've seen him in the first half of all the other games. Tonight, more of an intense game, and it's been close from the tip-off. But Galena has held a comfortable lead there as they jumped out to early lead in the first quarter. Fueled by Jack Perry. Now, Perry had it, and he lost it. Dribbled off his leg and went out of bounds. So Baxter Springs will gain possession. Now Gaines has it back up top to Javen Alexander. And into the corner. Now pump faked and nearly traveled. Offensive rebound by Weston Schaefer. His second attempt's no good. And an unlucky tip for the Bulldogs as it's possessed by Logan Guess. And Baxter Springs continues to attack the rim and find open lanes. Now that pass, a soft roll as Weston Schaefer gets it to fall. Hadley Price, the ball handler for the Bulldogs. One of the leaders on this team. Tyler Little dribble drive and a kick. Finds Hadley Price in the corner for a three as Price picks up his first points of the game. Price attempted a couple threes, but hadn't been able to get him go. And that's a great way to get your second half started, is with a three. Build some confidence. Well, Jacob Grant will kick to the corner. Javen Alexander. Peyton Gaines wanted to take the shot, but Maverick Harmon there to close out. Now shot up and in. Jacob Grant with the layup off the backboard for two. Now Harmon drives in, has a lane, and Malachi Wesley's there, gets the rebound, and on the putback, he gets fouled. So he's going to have two shots at the line for a chance to push it to a 12-point lead for the Bulldogs. This will be Wesley's first free throw attempts of the night. Wesley's first one off the front end of the rim. And Wesley gets that one to go, so that'll be Wesley's first points of the game. And Gaines to bring it up for Baxter. Baxter rotating really well and keeping good spacing, as this time Weston Schaefer gets in the lane and he's going to draw a foul. Got a man to jump and drove in. They said call that on Malachi. No, they called it on Hadley Price. So that'll go on Price. That'll be his first personal. Weston Schaefer unable to knock the first one down. Ty Hall check in for Hadley Price. Second one no good for Schaefer. Tyler Little there to grab the rebound. Maverick Harmon drives baseline and now turn around. Wesley drove in looking for something. Now Perry's pass over to Wesley, nearly stolen. Ty Hall face him up, and when he was going up, got fouled. So they called on the ground when he spun move and called it there where he was going up. Wesley with a good drive. That shot's blocked away by Logan Guess, and Gaines will take it the other way. Inside to Guess. Wesley in there playing defense, and Guess backs Wesley down for a layup. As Baxter Springs cuts the lead to 9 now. Ty Hall, good feed inside. He had an open shot, but saw Tyler Little had his defender sealed, able to get it in there, and Little finishes it for an easy 2. Now ball on the floor. Diving effort. Gaines drives inside, and his shot's blocked by Tyler Little. Wesley was there too. Now a fast break opportunity. Perry goes up and gets it over to Harmon in a quick 4-point turnaround for the Bulldogs. Now a timeout on the floor as the Bulldogs score 4 quick points. So we'll take a break. You're watching Bulldog basketball on Galena Sports.
Family owned and operated, G&N Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, G&N Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. G&N Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
So welcome back as we have 3:35 remaining in the third quarter of this one. Bulldogs lead it by 13. They've extended their lead by 2 since halftime. Baxter Springs had a little bit of momentum going there at about the 5-6 minute mark, but Galena shut that down with 4 quick points. Now Guess has it. Kick it to Alexander. Now, good ball movement from Baxter Springs. Guess gets inside. His left-hand layup, up and under and in. Ty Hall tries to get it into Tyler Little. Now Hadley Price drives in a spin move, and Little somehow able to control it, go up with it, and gets fouled. As Price fired a missile in there, but Little contained it and then got fouled, so he'll shoot 2 at the line. Little's first one is in. And Little gets both. Little's 14th point of the game after that shot. Bulldogs extend the lead back to 13. Fine guess. Now Javen Alexander from the top of the key, and he drains it. Baxter Springs still hanging around. Have yet to see him pull away. Ty Hall tries to get it inside, and Alexander tips the ball away. Maverick Harmon will handle the ball up top. Harmon dribble drive. Now kicks to Little. He has good position in the paint. Little spin moves and puts it up and in. So Little starting to heat up in the third quarter now. Some nice post moves. Gaines has it in the corner. Tried to find Guess, but threw it to the wrong side. Harmon has it now. Tyler Little will take this little beyond the free throw line. And I believe they're going to whistle Tyler Little. He's trying to get the offensive rebound, but a little too aggressive. So that'll be Tyler Little's second personal. Team foul number 2 for the Bulldogs. We have 1 minute left in the third quarter. Baxter Springs spin roll or finger roll, no good. And a foul is going to be called on Baxter Springs. So we're going to have Malachi Wesley checking in for Tyler Little. Ty Hall at the top of the key. Going to kick it to Perry. Now a push foul called against Baxter Springs again. So I was going to go against Peyton Gaines. And that'll be Baxter Springs' 5th team foul of the half. Price gets inside. His layup bounces around and out. Rebound, Javen Alexander. Now quickly inside. Shot on the way and good from Jacob Grant as he banks it in to cut it to a 10-point lead as we close out the third quarter. Price dribbling around 5 seconds. Now 4. Still dribbling in the corner. Tries to do a funky shot and bend around the backboard. No good. So at the end of 3, Bulldogs still lead it by 10. We have 8 minutes to go in this CNC matchup. We're going to take a break. You're watching Bulldog basketball on Galena Sports Live.
Call's service is outstanding in their field, especially for those that are stuck, outstanding in their field. Call's carries a wide selection of farm, industrial, and heavy-duty tires, all from the best brands in the business. And they've got farm service trucks ready to go. Plus, Call's continues to be the place folks go for car and truck tires, repairs, oil changes, and so much more. If you're in the market for new tires in Southeast Kansas, make the right call to Call's Service, 620-724-4121. See more at callservicellc.com. The farmer's friend in the field is Crop Care. With their industry-leading crop scouting, Crop Care can catch diseases, bugs, and other yield-robbing issues before they affect your bottom line. Crop Care also offers grid soil sampling and plant sampling with lab-tested results, giving you an unmatched advantage. With coverage across the entire region, Crop Care has insight that can help you avoid problems before they start. Give Kurt or Josh Harris a call at 620-687-4795. Crop Care, the name says it all.
Welcome back to live action. Just wanted to remind you that the fourth quarter is presented by Mercy Specialty Hospital, Southeast Kansas, and Mercy Clinic Orthopedics, providing an innovative healing environment for the 4 states. See all their state-of-the-art services at mercy.net. So things are back underway. Start the fourth quarter as Baxter has the ball first. They get it into Gegg. Now he'll get it back to the outside. Powerful drive from Weston Schaefer, and he gets that one to go on the floater. That cuts it to an 8-point lead for the Bulldogs. Now inside to Tyler Little. Makes a nice move up and under and in. Tyler Little coming alive in the second half. Tyler Little now has 17 in the game. Jacob Grant with it, and they're going to call him for a double dribble. So now the Bulldogs get a chance to extend their lead after that Baxter Springs turnover. Into Tyler Little, and this pass is going to be, he missed-dribbled it and bounced off his leg. So it'll be Baxter Springs ball. Peyton Gaines outside, guarded by Jack Perry. Gaines driving, layup up, short, and Maverick Harmon has the rebound. Galena has numbers the other way. Now nice touch pass from Ty Hall to Tyler Little, and that bucket's good. Really good execution by the Bulldogs there. Had numbers and great passing to make the extra pass and finish it off. Alexander has it at the free throw line. He'll spin. Now doesn't have anything. Schaefer will take it back and reset things. Now closely guarded by Maverick Harmon. Good defense. And we're going to have a foul that's going against Ty Hall. That'll be his first, team third foul. Now Grant finds a cutting guess, correction. Now we're going to have a foul on the ground. It's going to go against Baxter Springs. So now there's 6-team foul. So any foul committed by them now. I mean, free throws for the Bulldogs, 1-1 from this point on. Pass almost picked off by Baxter, and Malachi Wesley inside to Harmon as he gets fouled trying to finish there at the rim. So Harmon goes to the line to shoot two. Harmon's first one good from the line. Second one was good. Now a timeout taken. It's going to be a 30-second timeout taken by Baxter Spring. So we'll take it with them. We'll be back here shortly. You're watching Bulldog basketball on Galena Sports Live.
Mercy Specialty Hospital in Southeast Kansas is an innovative healing environment for surgery, specialty care, physical therapy, imaging, and wellness programs. With all private rooms and spa-like surroundings, they offer a patient-centered experience like no other. Next door is Mercy Clinic Orthopedics that focuses on eliminating the discomfort caused by injuries and disorders of the bones, spine, and joints. You'll be treated at their full-service facility with state-of-the-art equipment. Both are centrally located in Galena, Kansas, near downtown Joplin to serve the four-states area. Learn more at mercy.net.
Roto-Rooter is proud to serve Southeast Kansas, offering sewer and drain cleaning, as well as septic and grease trap pumping 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. From toilet clogs to video inspections, sewer line repairs to complete replacements. To make an appointment, call 620-231-5630. That's 620-231-5630. Roto-Rooter, proud to support area high schools and student athletes. See the rad in names and numbers.
So welcome back from the timeout taken by Baxter Springs. That gives them one timeout left in the game. Baxter Springs down 14 points now. Galena executing well, getting the ball inside and playing good defense. Another block from Wesley. He's had a couple nice blocks tonight. Now they're just going to inbounds it all the way to the other side of the court. Weston Schaefer. Gaines has an open look from the left wing, and he gets it to go. Now Tyler Little has the top of the key. Harmon dribbles. Now kind of lost the ball. Perry gets it inside, and Tyler Little feeds it back to Perry. His shot's good, and that is Jack Perry's first bucket of the second half after scoring 17 in the first half. Now Gaines from the top of the key, and he gets another three. That cuts the Bulldog lead to 10 with 4.5 minutes to play. Now Wesley driving inside, lost his dribble. Now he throws it and nearly thrown out of bounds, but saved by Harmon. Harmon gets it to Little, and there's going to be a foul called on the floor. So this will send Tyler Little to the free throw line to shoot a 1-and-1. Since Baxter Springs now has 18 fouls. Galena only 3 team fouls. Checking in for the Bulldogs, number 11, Hadley Price, leaving Ty Hall. Only 6 players to check into this game to this point for the Bulldogs. Little's first one hits the rim a couple times and goes down. And Little's second one short, but Wesley there to rebound it, and he can't get it to go. Guess with a nice rebound. And at the other end, Grant's able to finish it. So that cuts the Bulldog lead to 9 now. As Hadley Price will open look from the right wing. No good. A chase after the ball. Gaines comes up with it and lays it in at the other end. So unserious fortune of events. That ball was up in the air and kind of hit off a couple different people, and then Price fell down. And Wesley saves it from going out of bounds. Guess guarding him tightly now. Harmon has it in the corner. Still has his dribble, and he's a foul called against Baxter, so it's going to send Maverick Harmon to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. First one for Harmon is good. Oh. Harmon's second one, no good off the right side of the iron. Now Baxter Springs pushing the ball with pace. Gaines has the ball, Harmon guarding him. And a carry called against Gaines. So a turnover by Baxter Springs, and Galena will get the ball back as they lead by 8 with 3 minutes to play now. So Galena needs to execute here and take care of the ball very well. That ball is poked away by Peyton Gaines, and he takes it in for the layup. Ball security is really important here. Down at the other end, Tyler Little in to the paint and gets the bucket to go. So Little gets the bucket to go after Baxter Springs had that breakaway. So we have a timeout on the floor called by your Bulldogs. We're going to take a quick break. You're watching Bulldog basketball on Galena Sports. So welcome back to the final 2:39 of this game. The Bulldogs hanging on to this one barely as they lead by 8. And Baxter Springs has been able to put quite a bit, the most points we've seen put on Galena all year. Galena trying to hold on for dear life here. Find Weston Schaefer, and now they're going to kick it out to the corner, and now they'll reset at the top. Javen Alexander has it. Guarded closely by Hadley Price. Now, his shot no good, and a great rebound by Tyler Little there as he got up for that one. And now we have 2 minutes to play. Tyler Little, great ball handling. He goes up, and he's going to be fouled. So Tyler Little doing it all as he has 7 fourth quarter points and 13 second half points. So Tyler Little will shoot 2. Fouled on the shot, but Galena now in the double bonus. Ty Hall check in for Jack Perry. And Little gets both to go. Extends Galena's lead back out to 10. Lions take it from the right wing. This shot up by Weston Schaefer and in. But 1:30 left. Baxter Springs. You wonder when they're going to start fouling. As Galena's just trying to dribble it around, and now a foul is committed. This will send Hadley Price to the free throw line. These will be his first 2 free throw attempts of the night. So now any foul the Baxter Springs commits will be an automatic 2 shots. At 57-49. And Price gets both to go. Read perfectly by Tyler Little, a breakaway, and he finger rolls it home. Wanted to slam it, but he was able to get it to go, which is what matters most, the 2 points there. Now Alexander from the right part of the key, and no good. Tyler Little rebounds that. Tyler Little having a monstrous game, over 20 points now. And that'll be a foul committed. So now, sorry about the scoreboard. Your Bulldogs lead 60-49. We have a full timeout on the floor. I'll try and fix this real quick for you guys. So there we go. I got the scoreboard looking right. We're about to get back to live action. Baxter Springs down 11, 37.5 seconds to play. Galena can extend the lead here with Hadley Price's 2 free throws. Still has 2 on the way. Knocked both of his free throws down last time he was at the line. And the first one, good. Dang it. And Price gets both to go at the line that time, which makes him 4-4 from the line on the night. Now Baxter Springs is going to have a miracle as they trail by 13. Galena's still playing tough defense. Inside Guess, and Guess gets it to go over Ty Hall. Now Galena has it in the backcourt. Little will advance it past the backcourt, and Galena can hold. We'll see if Baxter Springs fouls. Baxter Springs is going to commit one more foul. And they commit it with 8.8 seconds to go. So we'll have Malachi Wesley attempt 2 free throws at the line to finish this off. Wesley 1 of 2 from the line on the night. And Wesley gets both to go. Gaines driving in, trying to get one last bucket. And now that'll do it. Your final. 64 Bulldogs to 51 Lions. Bulldogs moved to 5-0 on this season. 2-0 in conference play. So that'll wrap up our 2022. And we're going to take a break, and we'll have the Mercy post-game show where we'll recap this game, and then we'll go over a little bit more in depth about the girls' game, and then get to talking about what is going to start our 2023 off in the after winter break schedule. So you're watching Bulldog basketball on Galena Sports Live.
Do you have a construction project that just needs that custom touch? Are you looking for a contractor who can get it all done, roof to floors and everywhere in between? Then call Dustin Sneed at DS Construction. With more than 20 years of industry experience, DS Construction specializes in new construction, roofing, renovations, and more. There's no job too big or small. For a free estimate, call DS Construction at 620-724-0209. That's 620-724-0209.
The difference between gambling and having a gambling problem is worth knowing. Learn about the warning signs that you or someone you care about could be at risk. If you struggle with a gambling problem, or if you are impacted by a loved one struggling with a gambling problem, please get help. You can get confidential, no out-of-pocket cost assistance by calling the Kansas Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-522-4700 or at ksgamblinghelp.com. Know your limits. This message is brought to you by the Southeast Kansas Problem Gambling Task Force.
Family owned and operated, GN Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, GN Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. GN Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
The farmer's friend in the field is Crop Care. With their industry-leading crop scouting, Crop Care can catch diseases, bugs, and other yield-robbing issues before they affect your bottom line. Crop Care also offers grid soil sampling and plant sampling with lab-tested results, giving you an unmatched advantage. With coverage across the entire region, Crop Care has insight that can help you avoid problems before they start. Give Kurt or Josh Harris a call at 620-687-4795. Crop Care, the name says it all. Call service is outstanding in their field, especially for those that are stuck, outstanding in their field. Calls carries a wide selection of farm, industrial, and heavy-duty tires, all from the best brands in the business. And they've got farm service trucks ready to go. Plus, Calls continues to be the place folks go for car and truck tires, repairs, oil changes, and so much more. If you're in the market for new tires in Southeast Kansas, make the right call to Call Service, 620-724-4121. See more at callservicellc.com.
Welcome into the Galena Sports Live post-game show presented by Mercy Specialty Hospital, Southeast Kansas, and Mercy Clinic Orthopedics, providing an innovative healing environment for the 4 states. See all their state-of-the-art services at mercy.net. So, Galena comes out victorious with the boys, 13-point win, as they're able to get to 2-0 in conference play, and were able to hold off the Lions all night. The Lions were fighting till the clock struck triple zeros, and the Bulldogs just showed they were a better team tonight. The difference maker turned out to be Tyler Little. He led the way with 26 points. Also, Tyler Little, 1,000 points of scoring in his career. After Tyler Little, Jack Perry, 17 first-half points, but he'll finish with 19. Hadley Price had 7 on the night. Maverick Harmon with 5. Ty Hall with 4. And Malachi Wesley with 3. So 2 players, the high scores, and then pretty balanced scoring for the other 4 players. But Tyler Little was too much to handle for this team all night, as he was on the offensive rebounds, had 10 rebounds tonight. So he had a double-double, absolute force. And I really liked how Galena was making it a point to get the ball down low to him, because they knew they had mismatches down there, and they were able to have 4 guards on the perimeter, or actually 3, I'm sorry. And then Tyler Little down low, and then there just wasn't enough help down there to be able to stop him. So, what are some of your thoughts on this, Cole?
Yeah, I would agree that so Galena there, the first half they really were just being dominant in the 3-point, especially Jack Perry. He was just showing out. They were passing it around, getting the 3-point open like they usually do. But then coming into second half, they definitely closed down their passing lanes and guarded out the perimeter. Baxter guarded out the perimeter really fiercely and really aggressively. So Ty Little came in, and Ty Hall and Malachi Wesley, but Ty Little definitely he just showed his dominating force in the paint there, and definitely closed it down when the 3-point wasn't open. One thing I definitely will say that Galena struggled with this game, and something that they might need to work on is, well, actually, no, they adapted pretty well to it, but Galena's just they pass really well. They have very good team chemistry and all that. And the fact that they couldn't pass as much second half, and Baxter was closing down those passing lanes and just applying a lot of pressure, definitely.
Yeah, they were applying a lot of pressure on Galena, causing a couple of plays where Galena threw the ball out of bounds or something like that. But Galena tonight, probably the biggest test they've had to date. I feel like Baxter wasn't a better team than Girard. They were just a more prepared team. They knew what kind of team was coming into their place to play. They kind of knew what Galena had, what players they were returning. They were going to return quite a bit of veterans on this team, only losing a couple of players, knowing they lost Brett Sarwinski. But Galena was able to not take it for granted. And granted, it's hard playing back-to-back nights. Galena was in play last night, so it's hard to play back-to-back nights, especially when you're playing a conference game the second night and you're coming into somebody else's house to play. It's never hard to close it out. It got pretty loud in here, probably the most loud environment we've seen this season. And the Bulldogs were able to get it done here to close out the first half, or not, this ain't the first half of the season, but to close off 2022 part of the season as they move to 5-0 and the girls get to 2-3. So overall, bright spots for both teams, and each team knows what they need to work on, which is a great thing. And they got plenty of time to work on that because they're back in action January 6th, where they'll take on Frontenac. I'm not sure the date next they play, but I know they'll have games against Colgan and Columbus coming up. So it's about to get hot and heavy with league matchups for Galena.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. It's going to get more competitive the farther they go on, but this is definitely a matchup for sure. Both teams playing 2-3 last game. The 2-3 definitely showed that Galena kind of struggled with the playing a team with the 2-3, but it looks like they adapted very well to they found ways around it. The team overall played very well. Every single player contributed to this win, and coming out, I'm just excited to see Galena play an opponent that was to the same athletic and skill as all Galena players, and see that if their composure and their readiness can hold up. So I think going against Frontenac come January 6th, that's going to be a really important game and a really big game to see how Galena competes and how they play.
Yeah, it'll be a tough game, certainly for Galena, and we'll see how they fare when that game comes up. But Baxter played really hard tonight. They only had like 6 solid guys come in the game, and they never got worn down. Also with Galena, they had only 6 guys enter. Usually the 7-man Thatcher Bakken, we didn't see him tonight. We only saw 6 solid players for Galena. They stayed out of foul trouble, didn't have to dig deep on that bench. But for both teams being very well conditioned and both teams very well coached, running good offense out here and then knowing what they're doing on defense, coach goes a long way in high school basketball.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's a final from Baxter Springs, Kansas. The girls win at 59-24 over Baxter. The boys come out victorious 64-51. The boys moved to 2-0 in league play, and the girls moved to 1-1 on league play. So that's going to do it for me and Cole Grand and the rest of 2022. So long, Happy New Year, and Merry Christmas, everyone. Hope you have a great rest of this year, and we'll see you January 6th.